welcome to CHMA, broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, Canada. You are listening either on 106.9 FM in the Tantramar area or at www.chmafm.com.
On the internet.
This is Ground Control at YMC Midgic Airport. You are joining myself, Air Traffic Controller Thomas.
And me, Air Traffic Controller Luke.
For the 26th time.
26 or 25?
Well, last time was 25, the really
Was
short
it?
one that sucked.
Oh, that was
That
a
was
bit
our
of...
25th one.
Yeah, well, you have to set the bar low before a milestone
A big
one.
milestone like 26.
So we had to, step down so this could seem like a larger jump up.
Exactly, because 26, I think, is more important.
Well, it's the semi-annual
it
or
is.
biannual.
It's both, I think.
I guess, depending on which one you choose, which is something.
It is our biannual.
It's the whole flammable, inflammable thing.
So,
Yes.
It
I
being-
also like that in the intro tonight you specified that we're in Canada.
oh, did I say that?
Yeah, you were Sackville, New Brunswick in Canada. I don't know. There might be a Sackville, New Brunswick in another.
I know there's New Brunswick is a part of the state of New Jersey.
Yes, that's true.
I don't know if
When I
there's a
used to-
Sackville in that New Brunswick.
When I used to travel to some of the New England states and be like, "Oh, you're from New Brunswick. Oh, you're from Jersey."
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
no, but my mother is.
Yeah, it's true, right.
So
My eldest brother lived in New Brunswick for a while. He finished his, I think it was his undergraduate. I think he finished his undergraduate in Fredericton.
and then off to New Brunswick
Well, that
from
was-
the University of New
Yeah.
Brunswick.
Yeah,
Man.
I forget where he was attending at the time, but
Did he go from one UNB to another? Is there a University of New Brunswick?
I wish. No, you know what? I'm
Jersey?
sure there is.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that. That would have
Oh.
been incredible.
Where'd you do undergrad? UNB. Where'd you do your master's? UNB.
Different UNB. Completely different
Asterisk.
UNB. Hey, join us for the next hour as we watch this, guys. Listen to some tunes, chat. We'll be done by and by. So, Luke,
It's summer's here,
summer is here.
and the weather is summery.
It is like 2 episodes ago, we were like, this
It's
is
snow.
the
Brace
most
yourselves.
wintry winter ever.
Yeah, now it's over.
Oh, it's gone.
Nothing more maritime than that. So it's going to continue to be kind of summery. Although, if we're taking requests,
More
if we're
winter?
sending requests over to the
Yeah.
weather
We
department,
have been for half a year. So.
Oh, in that case, my dog's not real happy back home about the thunderstorms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and she is a large girl,
She's a big girl.
and when
And
she's
her hips lie. You know the song "Hips Don't Lie" by
Yeah.
Shakira.
yes,
Her
I'm familiar with that tune.
Her hips lie a lot.
Yeah, well, she's
Lie mostly dormant in
Mhm.
one position.
Aw.
For she is elderly.
Yeah, she's a geriatric dog, and she doesn't like the thunder, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, so I'm cool with all the summer stuff, and I hope it continues to happen.
Except,
Except we can lay off on the thunder.
yeah,
Just
I
a
wasn't
bit.
expecting it at all.
No.
No, I usually get thunder warnings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing, and just Archie's outside, and we're chilling, and it's just whoa-boom,
Yeah.
way off to the south. I'm like, okay, well, time to go in.
Yeah.
I'm not staying outside anymore. So that's the weather to be.
It's more of a weather discussion than the weather update.
Is that what it's going to just become? It's like,
A
what
weather.
what do we
Oh,
want?
there'd be nothing more maritimey than a good weather discussion.
So, You know-
Too early in the summer to discuss the price of hay, don't you know?
Oh my goodness! You know
Well,
what?
first cut's coming up, but
You're right. It's not. It hasn't been a weather update for a while. It's not going to be a weather update. It's no longer a weather
even
update.
in our I was going to call them course notes. Even if in our schedule,
our very
because we're a
very
segment
vague
show.
outline.
Yeah, an outline. That's a better word. Even in our outline, it doesn't say weather update. It just says
weather.
weather.
Yeah, I think
It
just
could
says
just
weather.
be a weather-based discussion.
Yeah, it is
And
now.
There we go.
We're just going to talk about weather.
Ta-da.
I don't expect an update anymore. I'm just going to go
Well,
weather.
And neither should both of our listeners. They
It's
know
true.
better by now. If you want accurate weather information, tune Tune in during the daytime show, or like get the news in the morning. They're talking about the weather here all the time,
Exactly,
in like a factual way.
Yeah,
but by this point on a weekend, the facts they get a little
Sunday night.
Yeah,
the facts do become fuzzy Sunday nights, especially because like the big newspapers, they haven't been putting the big stories out.
Oh yeah.
So Sunday night,
Sunday papers are not what they used to be.
Oh, they never were. They were, that's when they would do the easy fluff stuff. But even
you get the good news stories.
Oh yeah, if you want something to go under the radar, I used to do it like
yeah. Even in our province, some things have been put out politically late on a Friday afternoon in the hopes that by Monday it would blow over.
Yep.
Before I was an air traffic controller, I worked for a corporation that was sometimes known to send out,
good old
updates,
big memos,
late on a Friday in hopes that, not explicitly hoping that it would get buried by Saturday or by Monday morning, but maybe give people a couple days to cool off.
In my time in the public sector.
Yes. Is air traffic control not a public sector?
I think most air traffic controllers are. I think since Midgic Airport is one of the few private airports.
Right. Yeah. We're not public sector.
Yeah.
We're like air traffic control mercenaries. That's the word I'm looking for.
Sure. We're just contracted workers for like a company.
You had a contract? We'll discuss this off air.
Yeah, we can definitely discuss this off air. But I don't even remember what the point was.
Me neither. I railroaded you there.
You did. You can't do that to me.
Sorry.
It's just gone.
I'll be nice the rest of the evening.
No, you don't need to be nice. Just need to keep me on track. If you're going to throw me off track, you need to remember where we're coming back in.
Man.
Okay.
It's not what we're about here. Do you got a good tune for us? Did you bring a pump-up tune this week?
No, I didn't. I'm still trying to remember what we were talking about.
Oh.
It's not going to come back to either of us. But
well, it might come back while we're listening to a tune.
Yeah, it might. Hey, do you want to listen to Judy? This tune won the Song of the Year, the CMAs.
Yeah, I've heard this one before. It's a good tune.
Yeah, here's Jen Grant with Judy.
She was a payroll honey, wanted a blonde beehive for her wedding day, 'cause you might as well try. He drove a Cadillac and a cherry red, had his hair slicked back, but there was something to be said for Judy. Give me a reason, Judy, something to believe in under the disco ball, holding silver shoes from her tired feet, but she was feeling brand new, and a baby waits Give me a reason today, something to believe in. Today, give me a reason. Today, something to believe in. Today, oh, give me a reason. Today, oh, something to believe in. Today, oh, give me a reason.
So that song took home a whole bunch of hardware over the couple weekends ago.
Yeah,
At the big PEI music extravaganza.
it did. It took the big song, big award.
Biggest song of the year.
Biggest song, biggest award. I don't know what do you think is the biggest award of the year? Do you think song of the year or like performer of the year, group of the year? What's album of the year?
I have no idea. I've never put any thought into this.
Put some in there right now.
Right now? Like, my
Yeah.
thought is I mean, I'm not a musical person nor a tremendously creative person,
Yeah.
but from the outside looking inward, I think I'd maybe give it to album over a single song.
So, okay.
All right? Especially if the album's like well put together, like if the album has an arc or whatever you'd call that, like a
Yeah.
good flow to it. Like I think in a way it's probably, I mean, you tell me, is it tougher to write 12 good songs or like 11 good okay songs and one banger?
Oh, it's hard to write one banger. So if I was to release an album today,
Yeah.
if it was
Which I guess also makes sense because there's lots of bands out there who have like a bunch of albums out but have never had a hit,
like if you're realistically asking me as a musician monetarily, which is how
I wasn't
I'm
thinking about money.
Oh,
If you want me to put on my business hat,
put on your business hat then.
I'll
Yeah,
pull it out from under the air traffic control brake desk here.
because I would say artistry is a part of what makes an award the biggest, but not just artistry.
But it,
mhm.
yeah, but then you're tying the financial reward from a thing to whether it's a great thing. And money's really important.
Money is really
But
important.
I don't know if it's the benchmark you want to use for art.
It is a
I think
benchmark
of all
that you
those
can...
silly NFTs that sold for $1 billion.
Those are funny.
And was it art?
Yes.
Someone at the time was pretty sure yes. And then it would be fantastically valuable, or to that person it was very
Yes.
valuable. But I'm not sure that's the metric we should be using. But go on. Anyway.
You know what? I think that is actually perfect into what I'm trying to say, though. It's like the value of a particular art also kind of puts its place in culture, and puts where its influence is in culture. When NFTs were new, there was a lot of hype behind it for a reason.
Sure.
We're well over that.
Yes.
But if we're looking at I just sat up in the chair.
Go on.
If we're looking at that, it also shows the influence it has a lot of the time. The more money a song has made,
It's impacted a greater number of people.
It has least been seen by a greater number of people, which is an indication that it has impacted some people enough that they either keep sharing it or keep playing it themselves or whatever.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't really have a horse in this race.
Sure, that's what I'm...
But yeah, I guess I could see your point. But also trying to think of a good analogy
Yeah.
here. You know, it's yeah, I'll work on it.
Yeah.
It's tough, but I still think like a well-crafted album that you can listen through and not be like, I'm gonna skip track 6 because it's you know.
You're talking to the right guy when you say that, in the sense that that's how I listen to music.
You skip track 6?
No, I often don't listen to one particular song. If I'm like listening to music to enjoy music, I listen to albums.
Okay. And I think maybe today with streaming services, more than ever, people are getting individual songs. Like no one's very few people are saying like, "Oh, I'm turning on streaming platform A to listen to so and so's album." I think it's more that I'm gonna clean up the living room. I'm gonna turn on the this and so playlist, and it's a jumble of things that sound like
stuff.
Yeah, things and stuff. So maybe by that metric, the song is now not all that matters, but maybe more valuable than it once was.
It's just, I would just say it's a different metric. And for what purpose are you listening to music? Does one value like one category over the other? That's where I really wanted to see where your answer would be, and which is also why I threw the curveball in. I would agree that, like, for me, album of the year, like if I was a musician and I were to win an award,
you'd be happier with album of the year than song of the year?
I would be happiest with album of the year. But when I create things, it's usually like longer stories, which is a better format for either an East Coast sea shanty or an entire album. It's either one or the other.
Have we played a sea shanty?
Yes, we definitely have.
Okay. Just not sure what the qualifiers is. Like what makes us a sea shanty? But
you know what? I am sure we can find someone.
We could find the answer.
To explain
we could bring in a consultant.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to cut you to a consultant right here. Hey, folks, it's Thomas. I actually did go back and find an expert. The expert we are about to listen to is American jazz bassist, educator, YouTuber, and composer Adam Neely. Adam Neely graduated with a jazz composition from Berklee College of Music, which is a big school, and his master's of music and jazz composition, another big school, the Manhattan School of Music. Since then, he has won a collaborative Emmy in 2020 in Outstanding New Approaches, Arts, Lifestyle, and Culture. Here is Adam Neely talking about sea shanties.
While there are plenty of historical work songs associated with water, sea shanties are a very specific kind of work song that were adopted in the 19th century on merchant ships as a means of coordinating massive amounts of labor. These shanties were led by shantymen, who would call out phrases to which the crew would respond and move accordingly. Another verse, another foot, each pull they'd sing, their voices, like their muscles, were attuned to everybody else's. In lieu of extra pay, this shantyman would be rewarded with plenty of grog as thanks for a job well done. Musicians getting paid in booze. Some things never change. Shanties were almost always sung a cappella, but often featured the musical characteristics of Irish, Scottish, and English folk melodies, like triplet meter from reels and jigs, like 6/8.
A bottle of rum and a bottle of gin and a bottle of Irish whiskey, so early in the morning, the sailor likes his bottle of...
And generally major scale melodies and major pentatonic melodies.
Oh, a Yankee ship come down the river. Row, boys, row. Her masts all bent, her sails a shiver. Row, you bully boys, row.
But the specific practice of a call and response with a lead shantyman and a crew to run these massive merchant vessels came from Black Southern and Black Caribbean slaves, workers, and sailors. You can kind of hear how the call and response pattern and how the action of work is tied to that in this field recording of a Southern Black prison work song.
Be my woman, gallant. Be your man. Be my woman, gallant. Be your man.
relates to the general cadence of the call and response and action of work in this field recording of a sea shanty.
Oh, the dawning of the day.
Rolling down the bay to Juliana.
Haul away and get your pay.
Rolling down the bay to Juliana.
Which sounds kind of related, but like with an Irish accent. The Irish take on the Southern Black Work Song. In the seminal selection of sea shanties, 61's Shanties in the Seven Seas, seasoned scholar and seasoned sailor Stan Hugel states, British sailors brought folk songs, presumably modified for the shanty from Scotland, Ireland, and England, and swapped them for work songs from Southern blacks. Each would then mold the new material to fit their own musical idiom. The techniques for coordinating massive amounts of labor, slave labor, through music and musical cadence were already well established in Southern Black work song. And so in the 19th century, when the need arose for the same thing to happen on merchant ships, sea shanties were developed.
I assume you're referring to the sea shanty. That's a rhythmic work song designed to increase productivity.
And we're back.
Are we?
I don't know. Did I do that at all?
Hard to
That's
say.
the question. Did I actually do that?
Did you go back and post and insert the definition of?
Or did I completely forget about it?
I think that's probably closer to it.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're supposed to be talking about what right now?
Sports, man.
Sports
Fill me in
ball.
on sports ball.
So today, we haven't talked about we've
Today
talked about a lot
Sunday
of-
or today Friday?
Today's Sunday, actually.
Okay.
I believe during this show,
Ooh.
happening right now, I actually want to bring something very local. Someone named Air Traffic Controller Luke got on my case for not doing enough local stuff.
I don't remember doing that.
It wasn't. You weren't actually getting on my case.
Yeah.
It was just on one of the episodes. You were like,
Local sports?
Yeah.
That does sound like something I'd say.
Yeah.
Go on.
Anyway, and we've covered really intense sports like chess
Yes.
and Tetris
Yes.
and
The wild hacky
Microsoft
sack
Excel.
one. Oh,
Do you remember
yes.
Excel?
I remember Microsoft Excel. Yes.
You
as a
hated that
sport.
one. You hated it so
It
much.
was a stretch, but go on. What do we got this week?
The Sport of Kings.
Which is not chess?
It is not chess.
Or go on.
I was just you're on the right track. I just want to see what you think the Sport of Kings is.
Well, I would have guessed chess.
Chess.
But-
If it wasn't chess, what do you think it would be?
Like polo?
Honestly, that's like really good because when I do think of polo, I do only think of like
the aristocracy.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
even like modern day aristocracy. Like
Do they still do that?
I am sure if we went on Princeton's website right now, they are very happy about their polo team and how they're doing and how much money they're raising for it.
Interesting.
Oh,
So I'm 0 for 2 on the sporting. I'm not sure what else could be a royal sport.
professional wrestling.
You're not talking about Olympic wrestling, are you?
No, not this
Like
time.
Greco-Roman or whatever
No.
they call it.
That is freestyle.
Yes.
And no, professional wrestling, as in big meaty men slapping meat.
Okay. There's some locally.
Yes, there is. So there actually are a few promotions, and I think I might as well shout one of them out because they're having a show at the Amherst Stadium.
Oh.
Yeah, right. So it is IHW, which stands for Innovative Hybrid Wrestling. Now,
Do we have some battery-powered wrestlers? Is this
you know what? In the world of professional wrestling, I am sure there are battery-powered professional wrestlers.
Okay.
And
Listen, as someone who's kept alive by a medical device, I could claim to
yeah.
be partially medical.
you know what?
Partially battery powered.
Totally.
I've never put it together right now, but folks listening, I have an insulin pump. So I guess that makes me ever so slightly a hybrid.
There you go. You should wrestle for them.
No, thank you.
Well, I think you'd be a great professional wrestler.
Well, thanks.
But you know that I have a
An
keen
affinity?
interest. Yeah.
Yeah. I won't use the O word.
Obsession?
Obsession.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't say it is an obsession,
no.
but I have watched a professional wrestler too. I don't anymore.
Mhm.
Don't have the time. But I never got really into like indie wrestling.
Okay.
Like these really, really small
Mhm.
independent promotions. So I don't really know much about them.
Okay.
So I was just trying to do a little research beforehand, so I could give you.
Are we gonna get some names? Is
Oh,
this
yeah.
like this is a wrestling equivalent to judging the team names?
Yeah. Oh, do you want all the names?
Well, just give me a couple.
Okay.
Give me your.
I'll give you the ones that like these. There's people in. Actually, I have to give you a few on both sides.
Okay.
I'm not trying to poo on anyone because I don't know their gimmicks. I haven't seen the product,
All right.
so just like I don't want to be like shaming anyone and then anyone coming back to me be like, "What did you say about me?"
I don't think you want to piss off the wrestlers.
No.
Between you and me and
everyone,
both our listeners.
and everyone. I don't want
Yep.
to piss off anyone.
All right.
But
So go on. Give me some wrestler names.
I'm going to point out first these are some of the guys I've heard of before.
All right.
So, heard of their names. I haven't seen, I don't think, any of them wrestle, but they're big enough names that I've heard of them here.
All right.
Giant Orion.
Probably a big lad.
Yeah, it says he's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, it's big.
That's a big lad.
Yep. No,
That's bigger than Kurgan.
no doubt about it. Nice follow that Kurgan though.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people in this area know Kurgan.
Well, yeah. Not that.
I haven't had the pleasure to meet him
No?
myself yet, but
No.
I've literally only heard
Mhm.
the nicest, kindest things
Yeah.
about him.
There you go.
Yeah. Muscle Beast Wesley Pipes.
Pipes with an I or a Y.
I.
All right.
Muscle Beast.
Muscle Beast is, it's a bold
I
claim,
like
but
it.
yeah.
Dude's muscly.
All right. You better be if
He
you're gonna lead in with muscle. Yeah.
Maritime King J.P. Sims.
All right. Kind of limiting yourself to just the Maritimes. Oh, but do they have to have a king for every event because it's supposedly the sport of kings? Or is there like
I wish.
Quebec king and Ontario king?
You're
I don't
stepping
know
into
how-
a landmine with me because
Oh.
our two listeners and yourself know that I've been working on a little bit of a wrestling podcast side thing as well.
I don't think you want to have me on that one.
Oh, we don't. We don't. But there is actually a very, very rich heritage of kings and queens in wrestling.
Oh,
Yes. We're not going to get into it.
all right.
But when you say, does there have to be a
Oh.
king? There doesn't have to be a king.
But it's part of the lore. It's part of
For
the,
some people,
the
yeah.
fabric
Yeah.
of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Okay.
those are the ones that like I've heard of before. I've seen on like a lot of posters and a lot of like
yeah.
online stuff.
All
for
right.
wrestling. The other people on here, I know nothing about. We got the Beast of Acadie, Remy Petit,
All right.
and
Yeah.
like I'll try to put him up on your screen for a second if I can.
That's
Well, this is Remy Petit right here.
kind of gotta get the mask, a bit of a
Yeah,
Cajun vibe.
yeah,
All right.
So he looks cool. And then some of them are just like, the artist Chris Charters,
A wrestling artist.
American Patriot James Liberty. That's just so funny.
Yeah.
That's so. I'm sorry.
Is there like at this level, is there the theater of good and bad?
Oh
Like-
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's
so
all
you'd
good and bad.
like if you're rolling through Canada as a whole, I think the American persona
100%. Yeah.
amplified. It's
Yeah.
it's It's gonna draw the people in who want the theater of it.
You know what? I'm interested in, and I don't know what this says about me or what this says about Amherst and my perception of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that because of the borders we've had on the protests we've had at the borders.
Yes.
There's probably like quite a few people who would like cheer
Root for the American muscle.
Yeah. But he's
All
not
right.
muscle. He's a skinny little, like, he is obviously a dweeb. Like he's purposely playing a dweeb, right? Like
Okay.
that's what
Sure.
like, he looks like a dweeb.
All right.
And that's great. Like, that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
But you're like, the American muscle. It's like, yeah. It's like, he's supposed to be a
All
joke
right.
on that.
Well,
And people would still probably cheer for it, and that's kind of make me sad. I want to go to this, by the way.
are you going?
I don't know. I asked my beautiful loving wife,
Mm-hmm.
and she
Holder of
is
3 stars.
holder. No, only 2 stars.
Oh,
No,
my
3
bad.
stars. You're right.
Okay.
You are. Shep has 2. Maria has 3.
And it's yet to be disclosed whether you'll be able to attend or not.
I've been told that if I'm attending, I am attending either alone or with others.
Okay.
So we will see.
All right.
But yeah, if you want to check out local pro wrestling, you better drive to the Amherst Stadium
right now.
literally right now.
Immediately, if not sooner.
Yeah. If you can't go back in time.
Oh, that's the different podcast.
Do you have anything sport
The
related,
summer
dude?
special. No, man, I don't know nothing about sports.
I don't know.
Unless it's boat racing related.
nothing
Can't
racing
help
related.
ya. No, man. I'm good.
No. Okay.
I'm good. I don't want to go into it.
Okay. What are we playing?
I feel like we had to have played a Plaska tune on our first show. So
Oh,
I feel
probably.
on our semi-annual spectacular.
Mm-hmm. It's the name of it.
Is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
Sure.
Semi-annual spectacular. Will I remember this? No. Will you remember this? No.
Sass.
Will Sass. I might remember the Sass because that's
Yeah.
great.
Bringing
Anyway.
the sass to radio.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like we should not that Mr. Plaskett really needs the radio play.
No.
But I think we're
But
gonna do it
maybe
anyway.
maybe
I put
we
his new
need the
tune
radio
on there,
play.
and I can't remember the name of it, but I know I put it on.
Rainy Day Janie.
Yeah, and this will bring us down from like the last tune,
Yeah.
like in a chill, not in a sad,
Yeah.
and then we'll find a way to bring ourselves back up.
Yeah. Little chill.
2, 2, 3. Rainy day, Janie, may I take the lazy way home and borrow your wheels, pretty please. It's coming down heavy now. I'm gonna get soaked to the bone, and you know how that feels in the breeze. I hear the sound of rolling thunder. See lightning on the line. This heavy cloud I am under, define and divine. Rainy day, Janie, it seems now I'm slurring my words. Can I crash on your couch for a spell? Your whole room is spiraling, spinning the stones and the birds. And Janie, they're ringing my bell, just to give me a couple hours. And Jane, I'll be out of your hair. walking there. Rainy day, Janie, the weather is taking a turn. Can I sleep on your floor for the night? I don't have a pillow, but that's not my going concern. I can roll up my jacket all right. I'll let myself out in the morning. You won't even know I was here. From your living room floor I heard you snoring. I adore you, my dear. Rainy day, Janie, may I take the lazy way home?
Yeah.
From sass to chill.
Very chill. Much nice. Do you know what else is very chill?
What?
The Tantrapar the Tantrapar Municipality Roadshow.
Oh.
Road 3. Ward 3. Wow, I didn't say any of those words
You
right.
you didn't really stick the landing, I'd be lying to you.
Ooh.
I still think it was a bold choice to go to Dorchester with something called a road show. But, good on them.
Good on 'em. Yeah, this week on Thursday, I believe, is Ward 3's. It is from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. At the Tantramar Veterans Memorial Civic Center.
What about people who work?
Yeah, they don't get to go, bud.
Okay.
They don't get to
I
go.
think you're
So-
cutting off quite a demographic there, but it's sometimes it's really easy to criticize.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Friday. May 31st.
Yes.
The Atlantic Women's Acapella Barbershop Singing Contest 2024 is at Convocation Hall. $15 for adults, $10 for youths, free for children 11 and under. That starts at 12:15 and ends at 7:30. Presume you can go and leave as you wish because it's a very long event. Otherwise, that's what a lot of singing contests are, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I have vague recollections of going to a classical music competition as a child with one of my
yes.
siblings.
Yes,
Quite a drawn out thing.
yes, they are.
Yeah.
They are. But people will pay money to watch them.
Okay.
I wouldn't pay money to watch that, but I would pay money to watch this.
You'd pay money to watch the barbershop singers,
Oh,
but not
yeah.
the classical.
No, I wouldn't pay money to watch 7-year-olds play classical violin.
Yeah.
You'd have to pay me money to watch that.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, Saturday, June 1st, we have the New Brunswick Sports Hall of Fame induction gala. That's also at Convocation Hall. That's a huge turnover, eh? Like
Barbershop
Yeah.
to Sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One
it's a
night,
swing.
specifically women's barbershop
Mhm.
to the New Brunswick Sports Hall of Fame. That's great, though. Hey, I love that we're going to have both in the
Our
same.
fine regional municipality.
Yeah. Well, just in the same building.
Yeah.
You
Well, the
know?
building doesn't care.
Yeah. I think
It's just
it's
doing
awesome.
building stuff.
I'm glad we have it open in the community to do stuff like this, and it's being
Good.
used that much.
All right.
There's a whole bunch of other stuff, and we're not going to talk about it. Hey, guess what's happening?
In Sackville?
No.
Okay.
The strict Sunday shopping laws in Miramichi may soon end.
In Miramichi?
Yes, you can't shop places on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Lord's Day.
I should call my contacts in Miramichi and get their opinions on it.
Yeah, I should call my contacts in Miramichi and get their opinions on it.
Oh,
I think
there
everyone's
might be a crossover person.
That probably would be. I think a lot of the opinions on it would be like, yeah, that'd probably be nice.
Yeah. I
buy stuff on Sunday sometimes.
I do some like groceries and stuff.
Yeah, and it's also more hours for workers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
usually younger workers too, which is good.
Yeah.
So,
You're for it.
I'm for it.
You're for disrespecting the Sabbath and bringing in the...
I'm not. I don't know if I'm saying that.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm saying like let's spit on the Sabbath.
Okay.
Because if we're being real picky about it,
That would be Saturday.
Sunday ain't the Sabbath.
All right. Just,
I'm just saying.
I'm preaching to the choir.
Yeah, well, maybe I'm preaching out there.
Sorry, folks.
Anyway, that's my news, dude.
Okay.
What do you got for news?
I think they're getting a bridge to Dorchester.
Hey, I heard.
Despite my best advice to wall the community off or install the dome.
Yep.
They've announced they're gonna put a Bailey Bridge in, which is a temporary bridge.
Yep.
Single lane. It's gonna be fine. And yes, the reaction from people traveling to and from I still find somewhat humorous.
I briefly, I think it was just after me leaving another station at work today. The news came out. So I only saw like him drop it and like comments in the first 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if the comments turned one way or the other, but I can tell you people were not happy. I don't know why they weren't happy.
I think it still has to do with the timeline, the fact that it's like it's a month or two away, and a lot of that revolves around permits, and the bureaucracy can be frustrating.
Yes, it can be.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that, and sometimes it's very helpful.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think anarchy runs very smoothly either.
No.
So
get some stuff done faster, though.
Oh, listen, yes, I think anarchy can accomplish some tasks
really quickly.
Oh, so fast.
So like that's the question, folks. Do you want anarchy or do you want bureaucracy?
It's a discussion for a different podcast.
No,
show.
this is a discussion that I want you at home to have with your children right now.
Oh. Oof, both of our listeners.
Children?
No, don't address the children directly. You might frighten them.
Children.
Or they might be punks in the making. They're just like, come on, anarchy.
Yeah. Hey, who's your gold star, man?
Oh, my gold star?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's a great question. I'm having a momentary mind part here. I'm still stuck on anarchy. Who do you got this week? A golden star.
I got. Trying to remember what I even mean by this. I wrote this down as you were walking into the break room because I knew I had to give an answer. And I'm not saying it's a cop-out answer.
No.
I just don't understand what I mean by it. I have lifeboat people.
Like boat or
Lifeboat people.
Interesting. Is it pertinent to my past weekend where
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, what are those people called?
We call them safety boats.
Safety boats. And what do they do?
Well, if like myself, you happen to find yourself in a race boat and then very rapidly find yourself not in a race boat.
Yes.
The boat, in my instance, first put themselves between me and traffic.
Yes.
And then provided coaching on how I could get back into my boat to resume the race. And also making sure I was fine.
Yeah,
first.
Of course.
They did the, are you okay? Make sure wiggle your toes and your fingers. And then when myself and then shortly thereafter the other Canadian racer taking part in the same event found ourselves back in our boats, but both unable to start them after going for an unplanned swim. They towed us to shore.
Nice.
Very kindly.
And
and I thought
people wouldn't be able to have events like that without safety boat people.
Oh, like on this one, I did a 20-minute endurance race,
Mm-hmm.
and that meant 3 boats on the water, 2 people per boat, and I mean, just there you got 6 volunteers plus the ones on the beach, plus it's like any organized event, man. It
Mhm.
all, especially at the grassroots level,
Yeah.
it takes a pile of volunteer
A lot of
work, and a
volunteers.
pile of coordination.
And a lot of
So-
volunteers who, have very specific skills as well.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's there's a lot to it, and I'm very fortunate they had an excellent group of people in Lincoln, Maine for
Yeah.
the South Shore Outboard Association's
Nice.
first spring race, and only great things to say about it, despite my less than stellar performance. So, yeah,
Good.
all that to say, good on you.
Safety boat peoples. That's
Yeah.
what I bought.
All right.
What's yours?
Man, I am 100% blanking. I had it when I walked into the break room. I had it when I left home this morning. I had a gold star
Man.
in my mind.
I think you told me, like, I got a gold star. was
I
like,
did?
"Hey, we can do this.
I did.
Because
But, you know-
I even said, like, I don't really have one. And then I was right.
You mailed it in, and I forgot.
Hey, my mailed it in one was great.
It was, yeah. Well, I'm appreciative of them. So,
And I'm appreciative of them too. I really am.
Mhm.
Well, how about this?
play a tune, and maybe
Yeah.
it'll come to me.
Yeah, we're gonna play a tune,
All right.
and then
Do you got something a little jauntier? We're gonna bring the people back up like we said we would.
Maybe we'll see. This is Good Dear Good with Coffee and Sunshine. I think it was a rock album of the year.
Oh, so this
I remember liking the song, but I don't know if it's an upbeat jam that you're looking for. I guess we'll
All
see.
right. Hit me.
So here is Coffee and Sunshine by Good Dear Good.
Coffee and sunshine don't pull the same weight that they did at one time. I'm cold and I'm tired, and the drink on my lips with my cautious sips don't seem to cut it until I'm half cut. And I'm home now and hope for the smoke in my lungs, but it's teasing my mind like it does every time. And the feel comes and goes like the voice in the halls. Can you hear it? Oh, I'm talking to myself. Can I see someone, darling? It'll be about 7 months till you see someone, darling. Oh, wake up at lunchtime just to fix myself breakfast in the same suit of stains that I wore yesterday. My dishes are all dirty, but there's no energy to worry, 'cause there's too many ants. Shit. And my cat seems to know some sort of something I don't, so I stare at the walls, just hoping they'll talk. And the scared little man breaks his neck off in the sand just to quiet the quiet. Ah, can I see someone, darling? It'll be about 7 months till you see someone, darling. about 7 months till you see someone.
This tune does slap.
Is it?
I like this.
It's just depressing.
Yeah, but the song's good.
All right.
You know, a lot of depressing songs are real good. A lot of songs are going for like the depressing depressing sound, very cheery lyrics, or the opposite, which is what I feel like this one was, like quite a cheery sound, like very happy sonically,
Yeah.
but those words were not
Good.
cheery.
Yeah.
They were not cheery
At all.
wordily.
Yeah. It got all this discussion makes me think about is the "I Had a Hat" tune
Yeah.
by the Government Rams. So
Yeah.
it's like, this is a nice jaunty tune about I'm gonna break his back
Yeah.
or throw that cop through a wall,
Yeah.
and it's good.
I like the trend.
So yeah, and of course the Government Rams, band from Newfoundland, and if you enjoy music from Newfoundland, you know what you
Oh.
could do?
What could you do?
You could tune in here Sunday at 3,
Ooh.
which is, you'd need a time machine now to get it this week, but you won't next week.
Yeah.
And listen to Yes Buys, Newfoundland-based hour of music.
Oh,
Get to hear all kinds of tunes out of Newfoundland.
nice. And
Some maybe by the Government Rams, but mostly not.
you probably will hear one, if not more, Alan Doyle tune.
Oh, very likely, I would
Yeah,
think. Quite a popular gentleman from Newfoundland.
he is. He's written one or two. He's played 3 or 4.
Oh, I would even venture to say half dozen.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, right after this show, you got Live on KEXP. Live on KEXP brings you the very best of their world-renowned live, in-studio, and remote performances. Each week, we'll bring you a new live session from emerging artists to well-established acts spanning styles, genres, and cultures. They've had everyone and more as guests. Name someone, anyone.
Oh, that they've played that you
Just
shouted
anyone.
out? Well, I know they had Jeremy Dutcher on there.
Yeah, they did have Jeremy Dutcher on there.
Yeah.
Who else have they had?
New pornographers.
Yes, they have.
You read the list and like it's mostly the same ones you read every week, so you'd think I would catch more than 2.
Apparently not.
But here we are.
Here we are. Boy Genius, Fleet Foxes, Dinosaur Jr., The War on Drugs, Alabama Shakes. My loving, beautiful wife loves Alabama Shakes.
All right.
Father
Is that a type
John
of
Misty.
milkshake?
It can be.
All right.
You know a business person here in town.
Mm-hmm.
They could put a shake in there. They could put a shake in their shack.
Milkshake machine.
Shake Shack.
We'll see.
Shake and shack? What does a shack mean?
A shack?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's a structure, a building of dubious quality. Maybe it's a size-related
I
thing.
don't know.
Let's not get bogged down in definitions.
Let's
again.
not. Right after that is Black Atlantic, a primarily Black Atlantic-centric podcast, website and media channel with the goal of bringing Atlantic POC voices to the world. Hosted by Clinton Davis and Hillary LeBlanc. Check them out at blackatlantic.ca. Follow on Spotify and visit their YouTube page. After that, we have the night shift here. Luca Capone spin a diverse and adventurous mix of sounds, ranging from psychedelic jazz to experimental hip-hop, with a heavy focus on Canadian and independent artists.
Never know what you're going to get on that one.
Oh, you never knew. That's it. We got nothing else.
Folks, thank you for listening to our, what did we say it was? Semi-annual
I have
spectacular?
Yeah,
it was SAS. That's all I remember.
The semi-annual special?
Sure. Thank you for CHMA for hosting and broadcasting 25 questionable episodes of this. Thank you to both our listeners. For people who are new, you can check them out at CHMA.
You can check out both our listeners out at CHMA.
No, you can check this show and other shows out at CHMAFM.com.
Yeah.
And you can follow us on all the social medias effectively. Everyone that's popular.
Even some of the unpopular ones. Remember Google Plus?
Are we on Foursquare?
Oh, man, I don't know. Foursquare definitely got devoured by something else by now.
Oh, almost certainly.
Yeah, it's definitely either a part of Facebook's empire or Elon's empire.
Do you remember MSN Messenger?
Yeah, dude, I remember MSN Messenger.
Do you remember ICQ?
I know about ICQ. I didn't use ICQ.
Yeah, I was fringe on the end of it. So
yeah,
that's all it takes in the world of things that predated social media.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, the internet slowed down so much.
Oh yeah,
it's weird as millennials that we can date ourselves, time ourselves by did you use this app? I guess kids could be I did Vine. I was at the end of Vine before TikTok, but for us, it was every every few months, it would be a new thing.
Yeah. Weird time to be alive, man.
Yeah, it was the Wild West, and we didn't even know it.
Huh.
You know what? The Wild West probably didn't know they were the Wild West.
Yeah, it was just the West at the time.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just
the
here.
Wild West. Yeah, this is where I live. This is my house. Why are you calling it wild?
If you missed an episode or want to catch up on one of our 25 episodes,
we got a backlog of 25. We got we got a day's worth of content.
Oh my goodness.
You could start and end a day listening to our voices.
That's frightening. Hoy.
Oh.
Thanks for listening, folks.
And we out here, luxurious limoncellos, what we bout here. Tahiti violet vibrations, no doubt here. Celebrations and salutations, and we out here. Introducing Cadillac of poetry, finesse and slalom slopes down the wavy west coast, making toasts and this special dedication. Up another level, levitation. It's yoga, heavy metal meditation. Flowing only upwards, only tenderonis when homies open up the cupboards. Triple kiss fam, subtle signal, prosecco in the pail, getting carried in. All white linen suits, still y'all pale in comparison. Y'all stale in comparison, embarrassing. The suave see them set off in St. Lucia and then sail into Paris. And they bake heat, flaky, pastry, paisley. Rug on my back, laying flat, getting reiki. K-pasa, steak, lobster, and talking Gaza Strip. Politics, applause at the plaza, playing all the hits. And speaking in Yoruba with a mademoiselle. Med student moonlighting with Maybelline, the moolah, and we out here. Luxurious limoncellos, what we bout here. Tahiti violet vibrations, no doubt here. Celebrations and salutations, and we out here. And we out here. Luxurious limoncellos, what we bout here. Tahiti violet.